to Santoro, creator of the Yonan Bo saga, an epic adventure series full of captivating characters and immersive storytelling set in a unique world. Today, we'll take a closer look at the third book within the series, A Seers Past. Yonan Bo has gone into a deep vision state, entering the place of the seers, known as the in-between. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating lineages of key figures from ancient times, drawing on information from the sources. Their stories are filled with ambition, conflict, and constant struggle for survival, providing a deeper understanding of the historical foundation of Yonan Bo's world. First, let me take a moment to explain briefly the difference between books 1 and 2 and book 3. Books 1 and 2 act as an introductory to the world and the characters. I achieved closely knit main chapters, where you'll see the interactions between a certain group of characters within a particular time and place, within their own POV chapters. You'll know exactly what transpires by seeing the events from different eyes before moving to the next main chapter group. Book 3 differs by following Yonan Bo in a deep vision state. Just like real dreams, the imaginary before him shifts and changes, moving in and out of sequence, from time of the long ago to future events that could happen. Yet, there is one key character that Yonan Bo encounters frequently, Babette. Yonan Bo observes Babette during several points within his life, from boyhood to death, but not always in proper timeline sequence. However, it is still very clear when things are taking place. Due to the layout of these books, I believe if you wanted to start reading the series at book 3, it isn't just a bad place to start, as a book dives into the history described and how the practices and beliefs came to be, providing you with a different insight into books 1 and 2. Also, due to the way book 3 is crafted, I will be providing a more chronological approach to this series of videos. So, let's get started. Yonan Bo's journey in A Seers Past involves learning about his very history and even those who came before him. His ability to traverse time and space through his dreams allows for a unique insight into these past events and the motivations of these rulers. The concept of the in-between serves as a timeline of history and memory, highlighting how crucial these shared memories are for coherence and survival of a society. The Doom refers to a catastrophic period preceding the long ago, characterized by prolonged hardships and environmental devastation. It is also mentioned as the darkness of doom and winter. Prolonged hardships and resource depletion. During the Doom, people were forced to huddle inside caves for many long years. The land became harsh, and growing with a population exhausted its resources. The long ago is described as a very distant past. This era characterized by various creation stories and ancient knowledge. Spirit of all life. These stories suggest that in the beginning, only the spirit of all life existed in emptiness. The spirit dreamt of the first vision of fire, wind, rain, earth, sky, land, and sea, establishing an infinite cycle of birth, growth, destruction, and rebirth. A second vision then created animals and humans to inhabit these places. all being shared this spirit of life and were recalled back to the dream upon death to begin anew. Ancient wisdom. During this time, people were able to read the signs in the skies, recognizing repetitive events as markers of time. Geological catastrophes. The people's original home was overtaken by the ocean. This event caused them to flee on boats across the Great Sea. The wise old seer and migrations. Yanbo witnesses a wise old seer, an ancient leader who lived in an island long ago, who was guided by visions of a land free of ice and snow in the north. He believes that these lands would be safe for his people, so he bravely divides his people into four groups and sent them across the seas in boats to find new lands. His sons and daughter established different landfalls, including what would become Yonan Bo's land. At another point within the pages, Yonan Bo finds out what happens to Aboot, the wise old seer's second son. Along with his group, Aboot landed on an inhospitable island. Due to the harsh climate, Aboot became crazed and provided new evolutionary ways in which to handle these situations. They began the practice of child sacrifice, seen as a fair exchange with the snake god. Eventually, he became known as the snake god Aboot after taming venomous snakes and utilizing their poison for arrow tips, earning him reverence amongst his people. He continued search for home. Several years after Aboot's death and the rise of a new snake god, the people continued to face challenges. Chaos arrived. Poisonous flora spread, and the mountain of shiny rock exhibited signs of disaster, such as smoke from the mountaintop and frequent earth shakes, forcing them to repair the boats and making new ones to search for better land. This desperate search enabled them to ultimately lead them to Babette's boyhood child village, where they killed all the others to establish their new home. Babette's people came from the first son of the wise old seer. Aboot's people did not know they were murdering their own distant extended families. The Spirit Whisperer. The grandson of the old wise seer is a new leader who presides over a community north of Big Mountain. He inherited the crucial knowledge of healing and land work from his mother, the daughter of the old seer. And he is recognized for his reading and consultations with the ancestors and spirit gods. He acts as a spiritual guide, interpreting signs and communicating with ancestors and spirit gods. This role emerges several generations after the old wise seer leads his people to the new land free of ice and snow. His mother possessed knowledge of the seer traditions, passed them down to her son. She named him the Spirit Whisperer, recognizing his ability to connect with the spiritual realm. The Spirit Whisperer wears a headdress adorned with a large, hairy quadruped, symbolizing his connection to the spirits. He tells the stories of how his grandfather arrived in the new land, establishing their settlements. He explained that the old wise seer had predicted the safe haven and guided his people there. He performs ceremonies for his people, sharing the stories of the gods and interpreting signs of nature. These ceremonies are held at a sacred site where the markings have been done on a cave wall, a flat side that is completely black, depicting their teachings of the old wise seer, representing the balance of dark and light, the cycles of nature, and the potentials of for a seer achieving immortality. The Whisperer's teaching centers around the idea that everything has a spirit and that these spirits can communicate with the living. He encourages his people to pay attention to the signs and the spirits and to seek their guidance in times of need. The spirit whisperer represents a shift in the way that the people in the sources understand and interact with the spiritual realm. While the old wise seer was a powerful seer who could see into the future, the spirit whisperer relies on interpreting signs and communicating with the spiritual realms of the past. This transition is a focus on individual prophecy to more of a community approach to spirituality. The White Jamala woman, also known as Annu, traversed the lands, imparting vital teachings on how to live in peace and harmony. She introduced seven sacred ceremonies and played a significant role in guiding the people, promising to return in a new form at the time when the end of faith in the gods. She is described as a wise and knowledgeable woman who traveled the lands to the people and taught them many new things about plants, herbs, and healing. The White Jamala woman arrives at the river village where Abet would eventually live as a child. At this time, the village was small, and the people are initially suspecting of Annu and her companions, but she eventually gains their trust. She is called the White Jamala woman because she travels on a white Jamala, a large furry animal that is native to the land, but are typically brown. The people do not know where she comes from, but she teaches the river people how to live in harmony with nature by showing them how to use plants for food and medicine. And she teaches them about the importance of working together for the benefit of all. When it is time for her to leave the river people, she gives them a sacred bundle of healing herbs and appoints her companion, the Keeper of Time. She tells the people that she will return someday. Annu continues her journey, traveling on to the low mountains in the south and to the high peaks in the north. She meets people and teaches them about the importance of reading the signs in the skies. She warns them of the signs that will come one day and appear in the sky, a sign that will be a signal of the coming of chaos. When she passes away, her teachings live on in the people she met and taught. She is remembered as a wise and compassionate woman who helped to shape the culture and beliefs of the people. I didn't explicitly state whether the White Jamala woman is a seer, but with her wisdom and knowledge of the future, suggests that she just might have some seer abilities. Let me know in the comments below what you think. The White Jamala woman has 4 children, but I left their parentage for a mystery. For now. Kusu is a strong-willed leader who believes in following the old ways of his mother. He is the eldest brother of a group of 4 siblings, also skilled hunter and tracker. After the flood that devastates their community, Kusu argues with his sister and Annu about the best way to lead the people. Kusu believes that they should stay in the cave and wait for the signs from the skies to tell them when it is safe to move on, while and Annu wants to go down by the river. And Annu eventually leaves with about half the group, and Kusu stays in the cave with the rest of the people. Nusu is the younger brother. He has a daughter named Ansuru. Nusu is a skilled trapper and lives with his family in a separate area near the West Mountains. He is more willing to compromise than Kusu and tries to maintain a peaceful relationship with his siblings. Sanan is the middle brother. Sanan is concerned about his brother Nisu and his family and believes that Nisu should stay near the mountains where it is safer. He is also worried about Kusu becoming sterner and made his own way while he still could at the base of the northern mountains. Their younger sister and Annu. She is a healer and believes in the importance of working together for the benefit of all. She argues with Kusu after the flood, believing that the people should move to the river where there is more food and water available. And Annu is also concerned about the people who were taken during the middle of a raid from the people in the south. She wants to go back and find them. She is a strong and independent woman who is not afraid to stand up for what she believes in. It is clear that all of the children are very strong willed individuals who are trying to do what they believe is best for their people. They are also deeply affected by the flood and attacks from the people in the South that devastate their community, and they each have their own ways of coping with these tragedies. This is the beginning of the wars between the North and the South that persists for several generations. We'll learn more about this in the next video, where we'll spend some time getting to know Babette, an extremely important leader from the past. His actions provide crucial part in the war's end and unifying the North and the South.